Welcome back to Jersey Matters. In Trenton, the Katie Brennan hearings continued, and the investigative committee, after 8 sessions, has been able to get few answers. Did anything change this week? Our Dawn Stensland-Mendte was there. Dawn.
On this 8th hearing of the so-called Me Too sex scandal striking the Murphy administration, today's focus is really on reform and policy change. Renowned national labor law expert Professor Charles Sullivan did not mince words when analyzing the Murphy administration's handling of Katie Brennan's rape allegations. Brennan testified she was deeply upset working in state government at the same time as Al Alvarez, the man she accuses of sexually assaulting her during the Murphy campaign back in April of 2017.
If Ms. Brennan were exposed to Mr. Alvarez in the workplace in a sufficiently severe and pervasive way, then I think that creates a contaminated work environment, and the state has an obligation to deal with that appropriately.
Professor Sullivan directly contradicted Murphy's legal team, saying the administration was obligated to investigate allegations against Alvarez, noting they did not require proof beyond a reasonable doubt in order to act. And that's despite the fact that 2 sets of prosecutors declined to file any criminal charges against Alvarez.
Would you agree there were flaws in the way this was handled by the administration?
I think we're all sitting here because there were flaws in the way that was handled by the administration.
The bipartisan Select Oversight Committee listened intently as experts described a troubling pattern within top administration officials who said, yes, they believed Brennan, but did nothing to follow up, investigate, or report it to Governor Murphy.
If, in fact, every witness who testified was telling the truth, that they did, in fact, believe Katie Brennan, then one incredibly important conclusion must be drawn. If they believed Katie Brennan, then they believed Al Alvarez was responsible for having committed a serious crime. And with those 2 established facts, I'm left wondering how so many important, influential professionals could choose to keep someone they believed capable of committing such a crime in their close circle. How he could continue to influence hiring decisions for the administration, how he could seemingly slide into senior level position in state government, how he could be aided to find another job from the very people who deemed it inappropriate for him to keep the one he had. The question that is reigning most important to me is, if you believed Katie Brennan, then didn't you believe New Jersey deserved someone better than her perpetrator in our government? Didn't Katie Brennan deserve someone better than her perpetrator as a colleague?
Patricia Teffenhart, executive director of NJ CASA, has attended all 8 hearings of the Select Oversight Committee, the nonprofit coalition against sexual assault. Her testimony was filled with research, analysis, policy recommendations, and criticism for those who she says failed Katie Brennan. Lawmakers say the committee will meet again to review dozens of hours of testimony. They'd like to wrap up the hearings and make their policy change recommendations before legislative budget hearings begin. Advocates for survivors from NJ CASA also say they're pleased to see the legislature begins discussing new legislative reform on civil limitations. That begins March 7th. Reporting for Jersey Matters, Dawn Stensland-Mendte.